1987 the album Bad. He would release 3 more records, Dangerous, History, and Invincible. At the time of his death, Michael Jackson was the 3rd highest-selling recording artist of all time. But beyond the 750 million records sold and the thousands of sold-out concerts, Michael Jackson's most enduring legacy is seen in the careers of the musical superstars who credit him as their inspiration. That story when we return.
Change for once in my life.
Moonwalk, flashy costumes, out-of-this-world stage shows. It was all part of the Michael Jackson package, but his genius didn't end there. His performance style also became the template that shaped a whole new generation of musical artists. Justin Timberlake, Britney Spears, Beyonce, they all followed in his path and never forgot their teacher. Here's Kris Conley.
He would always acknowledge on his own musical career the influence of greats like Jackie Wilson and James Brown, whose sound and showmanship he sought to capture from his earliest days. And in turn, Michael Jackson inspired a generation of younger artists with his music, his style, and those astonishing videos. Just ask this season's American Idol mainstays, Kris Allen and Adam Lambert, who themselves were barely toddlers during Michael's mid-'80s heyday.
I grew up watching Michael Jackson, and I know Kris did too. Huge influence.
I've loved music since I was a kid, and I think that he was kind of the first music that I fell in love with.
In time, his musical influence loomed large in each of their lives.
The first album that I had was the Dangerous album. I had all of this stuff, and I pretty much knew like almost every Michael Jackson song. I mean, it's weird, but you know what? My parents actually, they loved that I was really into his music.
Musically, he sounds like nobody else. His voice is so distinct. And then, he wore, really imaginative costumes and created imagery that nobody else was creating.
They're not alone in their admiration.
He kind of defied sexuality and race in many ways. He kind of didn't go one way or another. He kind of stayed in the center of all of it, which I found it very, very intriguing and kind of appealing to everybody.
For Adam Lambert and Kris Allen, Michael's is a musical influence whose achievements they will always look to in admiration and amazement.
I feel like Michael Jackson has changed music completely when he started and everything that he did. And I think that it's evident in almost everything that everyone does.
Michael was a genius at inventing himself, inventing music, inventing imagery. He will be remembered for inspiring countless other artists. He will always be loved and adored on the radio, on CD, and on vinyl, wherever you have him.